Welcome to Retrobot, the YouTube channel where we feed a friendly space robot a diet of pure nostalgia. I'm Clay, and today we're talking about one of my favorite subjects. We are talking about Final Faction. So Final Faction has created a whole bunch of new Series 2 stuff, and I've managed to find a lot of it in stores. Amazingly, some of this stuff I didn't even know it was coming out until I saw it, and it's like, I gotta buy Final Faction. There's a whole bunch of Final Faction here. I gotta buy the things and get. I'm gonna get 3 of this one, and I'm gonna get 5 of this one, and I'm gonna buy way. Then I'm gonna enthusiastically go to the checkout, and the girl at the checkout counter is gonna look at me like I'm crazy, and because I'm like, oh, it's so cool, you got this stuff, and she's like, beep, beep. And I'm like, I know, isn't that great? And, you know, she's not getting it. But that's okay, because you get it, and I love you for that. So let's go ahead and take a look. This is the Karn Striker upgrade kit for the Brute Karn figures, and we got 3 things in this upgrade kit. We've got the hammer thing that what was the guy in Guardians of the Galaxy that wanted to kill everybody? He had a Christopher Eccleston or something. No, that was Thor. Ronan, yes, thank you. So yeah, we got Ronan's hammer, and then we've got We've got I think that's a crab or something, and then we've got back-mounted double-barreled laughing hyenas. I don't know. They're these things, and so if you look really close, let's just go ahead and zoom in, because you got to read the fine print. This pack works with Karn humanoid characters. And so I'm just going to say that I just did a review for the Scourge upgrade kit, which is intended for the drone figures, and it said the same thing. So I guess that means that if it works for the drone, it also works for the Brute, which is good to know. That is good to know. And let's just turn this around, and we can look at the stuff on the back, because the stuff on the back is very, very cool. They always put neat information and little pictures. You can see that there's a picture of the Brute holding the 6-legged crab thing on its arm, and holding Ronan's hammer thing, and having the double-barreled vomiting serpents that are on the back. And then you also have this thing at the top, which tells you what each thing is, and gives you a little description. So we've got the Glaven, that's Ronan's hammer, and it is a brutal instrument of destruction. The Glaven is wielded by the Brutes with bone-crushing efficiency. Notice that bone-crushing is actually pretty appropriate, because I would imagine that if I got hit with that thing, bones would be crushed. So, you know, that's pretty literal. There's not really any hyperbole there. It crushes bones. It's a hammer. It pounds you into putty. We've got the Strather, a shield that is also a battering ram in the hands of a Brute. Anything is a weapon. So essentially, they're saying that this was probably some kind of Karn creature that has a very thick hide and like a shell-like body, and the Brutes just grab it and then hit people with it. That's what I'm imagining. It's not an engineered weapon. It's just something that they picked up on the ground, and they just used to throttle their opponents, because why not? When you're a Brute and you eat buses because it's fun, then you know, you do stuff like that. And then there's the Drathos. Drathos attacks with its dual heads, cutting any surface with its razor-sharp, jagged teeth. I'm just realizing something. So, okay, so the Drathos attacks with its dual heads, cutting any surface with its razor-sharp, jagged teeth. Now, wait, here, we're going to look at this. I think that we have just found an example of some packaging flaws. I didn't realize it, and I just recorded another video about this, but so this right here, I'm going to back up. This is unexpected. I did not expect to discover this. But so this is the drone wearing the Scourge upgrade. Now, according to the Scourge upgrade packaging, it says that the backpack thing is the Druxel, which is inspired by the serpent on the Karn homeworld, and this cannon is capable of firing venomous rounds that dissolve any surface. And yet, if you look at it, those look like buzzsaw blades, all right? You know, spinning buzzsaw blades. Zzz, they're like circular saw blades. They have teeth that cut. It doesn't look like something that fires a weapon. Now you look at this. Wait here. Okay, stand up. Don't embarrass me in front of everybody. All right, just stand up. So you look at this thing, and this has it says that it attacks with its dual heads, cutting any surface with its razor sharp teeth, except there are no teeth there. Instead, look at this. It's a projectile weapon. It even has little... I think that they got these things mixed up. I think they did. I think that this is supposed to be the Druxel, and this is supposed to be the Drathos. And, it's a Rumble Frenzy thing all over again. I think that these two weapons were mixed up, and they got the wrong write-ups. We have learned something. That's actually kind of cool. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, okay. I guess it's not that exciting. It's a packaging mistake. But still, now it makes sense. Nonetheless, regardless of whether this is supposed to be a cannon or whether it's supposed to be something that cuts with blades, I mean, they're your toys. Use them the way that you want. I immediately was thinking this is like buzzsaws. I thought maybe it shot buzzsaw blades at you, but now it's obvious, okay, this is meant, as it looks, to cut through stuff or people. Mostly people. So, that's terrible. Run from that because it's unhealthy. And then these are supposed to be your cannons that eat through anything. And look, they even go. Now these aren't shooting weapons. They aren't spring loaded or anything. But they do come out and look at that thing. That thing is cool. Look, even this little projectile is really cool in how it's molded. And my camera is saying, nope, I'm not going to focus on that. Come on, camera. You can do it. You can do it. Anyone can be a hero. There we go. All right. So look at that little thing. I mean, the fact that they put that much attention to detail in this little projectile, even though most of this you won't even see while it's in the thing. I mean, that's really, really neat. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's so cool. I love that it just fits in there. I love that you can go and then you can stick it in your final faction, guys, and it can be sort of like when Serpentor stabs Duke with a snake, and it can just and he can be like, yo, Joe, It's so dramatic. And now you can create moments like that with Final Faction guys, except not with something lame like Cobra Law. Because let's face it, Cobra Law. Sorry, G.I. Joe. Like, you jumped the shark on that one. So anyway, this is supposed to be a review video about this upgrade kit. So let's actually look at this upgrade kit, and I will put my my drone over here because we've already talked about him, even though I didn't realize that we had mixed up packaging information. Oh, mind blown. So we've got this thing, and it really does look like a little creature. I mean, honestly, it doesn't look like. Of course, a lot of Karn stuff looks like little creatures, and this kind of looks like an angry crab thing with 6 baby arms, holding rattles that probably are made out of depleted uranium. So you know, they probably just have these creatures on the Karn homeworld, and like I said, the brute just picks them up and carries them around, and they try to eat the brute's knuckles, and the brute's knuckles are made of diamonds, and so it doesn't work. But that's a cool looking thing. Now I will say that this doesn't. It doesn't stick securely. Like, he holds on to it, no problem. I mean, you know, he's got that Karn Fu grip that really works, but it doesn't stay up against his arm. And this is where the drones have a hole in their arm where you can put weapons and things. And I kind of wish that the brute did too. You know, like a similar hole, and then you could have a post inside here, and you could just... See, I'm just making the sound, and it would just right in there, and it would kind of fit, and that would really help this stay in place. Like, it's not terrible. You can see that I can move them around, and it doesn't always fall or flop, but a lot of times it kind of wants to. So that's, you know, like, you know, even touching it, you see how it kind of moves around, and I just wish it were a little bit more secure. It's a minor criticism. You know, I'm not hating on it, but, you know, the fact that it does that every now and then, it's like, I don't want it to. I'd rather stick. You got this thing, which, you know, look at that. That's beautiful. I mean, that is beautiful. And I really like this shiny, iridescent, rubbery plastic that they use for this thing. It looks very alien, and even though there aren't any paint applications on it, it just gives it a really nice surface, which, you know, this is what I would have liked to see them use on the Synthoid upgrade kit, because it had a very flat green that looked kind of cartoony, and I feel like it detracted from that upgrade kit, where this one, I mean, you're getting all of this alien goodness, and it really does it's just awesome. It really does look great. And then we've got this purple hammer thing that is truly just, this is just such a neat thing. And it looks as threatening as it's supposed to. I easily can imagine that this just pulverizes human beings. And so, you know, you see a brute coming with something like this, it's wielding this over its head, you know, just kind of get out of his way. It's just best if you get out of his way. You don't need to try and talk to him. You don't need to try and challenge him intellectually. Whatever debate is going to happen, you will probably lose, because he's probably not going to engage you on an intellectual level. He's just going to hit you repeatedly with this thing. And the good news is that you will only feel the first blow. That's the good news. You only feel the first one. He'll probably keep going, but yeah. So yeah, this is a cool weapon, and you know, I kind of like, I wish this is where if these figures had more articulation, it would really be great, because I want to be able to take this and have him like hold it in both hands, but I can't twist the wrist. I can get his other hand down here to sort of hold on to the very end of it, which sort of gives me the effect that I'm going for. But you know, there he's, so yeah, he can do that, and there's enough flex in here that I can get him to do that. It's close to that kind of kind of thing that I want to see, but it's not quite there. Nonetheless, you know, and by, you know, people who have seen my reviews of the brutes know I hate the voices that they use for the brutes on the show. I mean, they're dreadful. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're the voice actor for the brutes on the show. I apologize for critiquing your performance, but it's just, I mean, they're just so, they're so dumb. They're just so dumb. They're you know, the dumb caveman speech, like you know, they could still have broken speech but still not be just like so stupid it's like they don't know how to function. I would be more okay with kind of a I don't think, I destroy kind of thing, rather than, oh, human got bang bang. I mean, that's just, oh, it's a little bit cringeworthy. So I'm just going to imagine that that's only those two brutes, and the rest of the like, they're dumber than most of the brutes, and the rest of the brutes are just like, brute smash, and then, you know, that's what they do, and they'd be a little more threatening. But nonetheless, it's a really cool upgrade kit, and you know, you got this, but I can't have him hold this in both hands and this at the same time. But you know, chances are this would be like a pet. It would follow him around anyway. So it still works. And then you got the things that shoot out and probably dissolve things in acid, according to the other packaging, which, you know, play with it however you want. It's okay. It's your toy. We know what it's supposed to be. So yeah, this is an awesome upgrade kit. It's $1.25 at Dollar Tree. If you haven't bought Final Faction stuff yet, go out and buy Final Faction. What are you waiting for? Just get some. I guarantee, like, if you get dinner at Long John Silver's, then you're making more of a financial commitment than you are if you get a half dozen Final Faction things. That's all I'm saying. So, you know, I mean, Long John Silver's is good, but, you know, not always the healthiest choice. That's all I'm saying. You can't eat Final Faction, though. Or at least you really shouldn't eat Final Faction. Your dog might eat it. Your dog probably shouldn't eat it either. But, you know, these things happen. So, that's my review. Big recommend for the Striker upgrade kit for humanoid Karns. In this case, the Brute. You know, buy that. If you like this review, then please give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so that you know when we're doing more of these Short Circuits videos, as well as our live stream, which we typically do every Friday night at 8:00 p.m. Eastern United States time. Join in, join the chat, say hi. Everybody will love to see you there. It's a fun time. So yeah, the Karn Striker upgrade kit for the brute, the Karn brute. It's awesome. It's awesome. This is Clay telling you to keep it Retrobot. Yeah. And I hit the right button that time. That's great. When I hit the right buttons, that makes me very happy. Yeah, I like that hammer, and I like that back thing, and I like that whatever this creature is that he keeps on his arm. Which that it's not good to be cruel to little creatures that are crawling around, even if they do have baby arms. It's don't be judgy. Just leave the creatures be. Don't punch people with creatures either. That's not nice.